In the heart of a quiet coastal village, nestled between swaying palms and golden sands, stood a towering coconut tree, its slender trunk stretching high into the sky like a pillar between earth and heaven. The winds from the sea would hum lullabies through its fronds, and the sun painted it with a warm, gentle glow each morning. It was atop this tree, on a thick, cradle-like cluster of palm leaves, that a gentle pigeon named Luna chose to build her home. Her feathers were a soft gray, with a shimmering lavender sheen on her neck that caught the light when she moved. She was young, but there was something deeply maternal in her eyes, an instinctual devotion that radiated from her very soul. Every twig she gathered, every leaf she tucked into place, was laid with purpose and care. Her beak worked tirelessly, weaving nature's thread into a sanctuary, high above the world. It wasn't just a nest, it was a promise, a prayer. And when at last she laid two small, ivory eggs into the center of her creation, her heart swelled with a love she had never known before. She cooed gently over her eggs, wings curled like a warm blanket. The world below could have crumbled, but in that moment, all that mattered was the life she was nurturing. Days passed. The sun rose and fell like a heartbeat, and Luna never left her post for long. She'd glide down briefly to the nearby market square where kind villagers often tossed crumbs, then return in haste, her heart racing with longing until she saw her eggs safe and sound. Birds chirped around her, and sometimes the crows would caw noisily from neighboring trees, but Luna remained undisturbed. The higher she had built her nest, the safer she believed she was. After all, what predator could reach this high so far from the ground? But nature, while beautiful, is not without its shadows. Unbeknownst to Luna, danger had begun to stir in the underbrush below. A slithering shape, silent, smooth, and ancient, woke with hunger. A snake, long and scaled like polished coal, with eyes like cold embers. It had hunted the grounds for years, but now it was aging, and the trees seemed to whisper to it, "Food lies above." And so it began its slow, calculated climb. It was a humid afternoon when Luna felt the first ripple of unease. The wind stilled, and even the rustling leaves held their breath. From her perch, she scanned the horizon, instincts flaring. Something wasn't right. Far below, the snake's muscles flexed, wrapping itself around the trunk, inching higher and higher. Each coil brought it closer to the nest, to her unborn children. Luna shifted uneasily. She tucked her wings tighter around the eggs, heart thudding like a war drum. She had no talents like an eagle, no strength like a hawk, only her courage and the fierce love of a mother. As dusk approached, shadows danced through the tree. The snake, now just feet away, paused, its tongue flicking, sensing the warmth of the nest above. Luna heard it then, faint scrape, the rustle of scales on bark. Her breath caught. She turned her head and saw it. The snake's eyes locked onto hers. There was no malice, only instinct, hunger, survival. But Luna did not care. This was her nest. These were her babies. The snake rose like a whispering phantom, its head bobbing, testing, waiting for a moment to strike. Luna stood. She did not flee. She did not falter. With a sudden, piercing cry, she flapped her wings, loud and wide, beating against the wind, making herself seem larger, stronger. She lunged at the serpent's face, pecking and flapping furiously. The snake recoiled, surprised by her fury, but it returned, lashing forward with deadly precision. Luna dodged, then struck again, and again. Each movement cost her. Blood on her wing, a feather lost, but she didn't stop, because in that nest were not just eggs, they were her hope, her purpose. Below, the villagers looked up, hearing the strange calls from the tree. A few ran, pointing. Some brought sticks. A young boy ran to fetch his grandfather, who was known to handle snakes. But Luna did not wait for help. The battle seemed to stretch forever. Feathers against fangs, warmth against cold, love against death. And just when Luna's strength began to wane, when the snake coiled for its final strike, a shout rang out. A stone soared through the air, hitting the snake squarely. Another followed, then a long stick. The villagers had come. Startled, the snake hissed and, with reluctant grace, slithered back down the trunk and disappeared into the underbrush. Luna collapsed beside her eggs, her breath shallow. One wing hung limply, but the eggs were whole, safe. The villagers, moved by what they'd witnessed, called her the brave one. The children came to the tree daily, bringing crumbs and watching for the day the eggs would hatch. Weeks later, as the sun broke over the sea, a tiny crack appeared on one of the eggs. Then another. Luna chirped softly, guiding her young into the world. Two tiny hatchlings emerged, blinking against the light, their downy feathers like clouds. Luna nuzzled them gently, the pain of the past replaced by the miracle before her. The tree now held a legend, a tale the villagers passed down, about a mother pigeon who fought a snake in the sky, all for love. And every time a pigeon cooed at sunset, they remembered Luna, the guardian of the nest, the symbol of motherhood's fearless heart.